Hey guys, Johnny here coming to you from Isla Mujeres, Mexico. My good friend got married today, and it's been bringing up some conflicting thoughts that I've had. Since my divorce, my perspective on marriage has changed throughout the years. I'm not quite sure where I stand even now. I kind of just want to go through and express some of the things that I've been thinking, what I've been feeling. Maybe I'll get some clarity on what I eventually want to do. But just to give you a little backstory on him, I guess, in particular, maybe this kind of changes how his marriage was different than mine. For those of you familiar with my story, I got married very young at 22, didn't know who I was, never really had experience with women. So I was very happy to just take the first girl that said she loved me. We had a good vibe. I thought we could make it work. So I was coming into it with very little knowledge or experience. Whereas my friend is on the opposite spectrum. He's going to be 36 next month. He's had plenty of experience with women. He's very extroverted. He's not coming from a place of scarcity. He's actually, you know, met several different girlfriends, had a lot of great relationships, but now he's finally found a girl that he really loves and wants to be with. So his perspective or his experience was much different than mine. So he's coming at it from a place of abundance. So I'm not exactly sure how I stand with that now because ever since my divorce, I've been coming from more of a place of abundance. And I would, in my mind, like to get married at some point, but maybe it is different. I mean, it's difficult to want to put myself into that situation. I've been divorced now for 8 years. I haven't really met anybody that I would consider to be a long-term partner yet, based due to circumstances, due to me moving, due to them moving. Like there's just a bunch of things that have come up. But it's also the fact that I'm very hesitant to give up the freedom I have. I'm now living in Mexico. I'm in Isla Mujeres for today. I don't have to ask anybody's permission. I can just go have random adventures whenever I want. And that's truly a blessing. There's a lot of pros to being single. I'll actually make another video another time when I've had some time to prepare about pros and cons of being married, being single. But it's very difficult for me to see wanting to get married. But at the same time, I am going to want children someday. And, that is going to probably take marriage commitment. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Where do you stand on marriage now? If you've been married, if you've gone through divorce, if you're looking to get married again, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on it. But for him in particular, he's coming from a place of abundance. He is getting married in Mexico, so it's not like the US where a girl is automatically entitled to half your stuff, especially if you're like, I've heard stories of guys who married a girl in the military. She divorced him. It was her decision. She left and she still gets half his retirement for life. Like that's crazy. So that's a super high risk for marriage. So that's definitely a downfall of it. Um, so in Mexico, you can just declare right away that, you get your stuff, I get my stuff, and then it's just over. So maybe that makes it a little less risky. But yeah, I guess I'm just trying to think out loud what my thoughts are on marriage because there is a lot of risks to it. You definitely do need to find the right person for you. Coming from a marriage that didn't work, I'm much more hesitant. I think it's actually made me more of an avoidant. If you're familiar with the attached, what do they call it? Just like the attached behaviors. Like there's anxious and there's avoidant. I'm definitely an avoidant type person now. I'm very hesitant to let people get close to me. I worry that the same thing could happen with my wife. Somebody leaves me and then, so it's just easier for me to be on my own. So maybe that's why I'm still single as well. But for him, because he's coming from a place of abundance, he's chosen a woman that he really wants to spend his time with. I think there's a higher likelihood that this will work because he's not coming from the nice guy where you're trying to secure somebody. That's the nice guy's kind of I guess I would say anxious attachment style. Yeah, you're an anxious attachment because you are so worried that she would leave that you have to always be nice. You always have to be I guess making her happy. That's just at least what I was doing. I did not want her to ever leave. I thought she was better than me. So I would do everything to make her happy so that she would not leave. So this is obviously not a place where you want to come into a relationship. I didn't know how to lead a relationship. I didn't know how to manage one. I didn't know how to lead myself, let alone other people. So I feel like my marriage at that time was destined to fail. Looking at it now, because of the person I've become over the last 8 years, I've learned who I am as a man. I've grown, I've developed my skills. I'm always learning. I'm able to take feedback now. I'm not just going to shut down if she's angry. If she's upset, I'll be able to stand up for myself. Whereas when I was the nice guy, I couldn't. So I do feel like I am definitely more prepared for a marriage in the future. But there is still a lot of that risk. And it's very hard to like want to give up the freedom. Like, don't have to ask anybody when to spend money. I can just travel whenever I want. I've been on amazing events. Like, divorce has literally been the best thing that ever could have happened to me. Through travel, through the people I've met, through the relationships I've had. I didn't think I would ever have quality relationships like this where the girl didn't have so many red flags that just made me feel small. So I guess that's where I stand on that. I don't, I'm very happy for him. They're a great couple. So I think he's coming at it from the correct way. Like, he knows he wants to spend his time with her. He wants to live a life with her. He's not just settling. So very happy with that. Isla Mujeres is fantastic so far. If you guys have never been to Mexico, I think you guys are missing out. Today we went to dinner, drove the golf cart around. It was storming a little bit. I'll throw those at the end of this video. But yeah, I guess that's it for today's day 2 video. I said I was going to do 30 days in a row. Today was a little rushed because we've been doing adventures, having fun, getting him to the courthouse, getting them married. Pretty exciting day. 90-day challenge is going great. I'll update that on my other vlog where I just kind of track that stuff. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do you guys think you'll ever get married again? Are you completely done with the idea? I know in the States, Canada probably, maybe Australia, maybe all Western countries, it does seem like there is a lot of downside to it because you have a lot of, I mean, she could take half your stuff. I guess I don't know all the ins and outs. There's a lot of people who had worse divorces than I did. Mine was pretty amicable, so I'm not going to comment on that, but it does make you kind of worry about it, I guess. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I guess I'll leave it there for this video. Just wanted to kind of speak my mind, get something out there. Nothing too educational today, I guess. Yeah, we're going to have more adventures tomorrow. I'll make another kind of like travel vlog-ish video, kind of show you the things that we're doing. Maybe it'll make you excited to come to Isla Mujeres. Yeah, have a great Saturday. This will come out on Saturday, and we'll see you next time. Can't go through this shit slow. Can't go through it fast. I'm going through it as fast as fucking possible. Shit, got me. I think that's probably the flag. I didn't follow line, man. Nope. We're speeding through this.
I've been white. I know.